Once he was freshly showered and the filthy uniform was sent to the laundry room, Karl headed down to the designated meeting spot, where he found only Dana waiting.
It looks like the other two canceled on us. Their combat teacher met them on the way down, and he took them for some additional training after he heard that they were getting so good with guard skills.
She explained. Well, then there will be more room for us to study. What do you have to work on today? Karl asked.
Mana theory. It's one of the big ones for the mage class, both to grow our own mana pool and to reduce the casting cost of the spells that we know. At first, we're really inefficient, but it gets better all the time. The idea is that as we get better, most mages will get some insight into new spells or skills. It's just part of the mage class. Then, we can use that to expand our spellbook without having to learn the spells in class, which is way faster. And the ones you get from insight tend to grow faster and more powerful, which will help rank up.
She explained. That actually sounds like a lot of work. Mostly, I just need to practice my fighting skills and my physical abilities so that I can keep up with my growth. At least, that is it for now. They don't know anything about the class marking that I got, so unless I get an insight like the mages do, I will only have the one skill. But it grows more powerful as Hawk does. My body does as well. The stronger he grows, the stronger I grow. Karl replied with a smile.
Well, that's both a tough break and a huge win. You get stronger just by existing and training your pet. No intense study needed. But only having one skill would be a bit limiting eventually.
They walked in silence for a few seconds. Then Dana pointed to a pathway that led into a garden.
That's where we're going. There are a bunch of gazebos with tables there, and we can do our study. Once I get a few more credits, I am totally getting one of the Academy laptops or a tablet. It will be so much easier than handwriting these notes all the time. I don't think that I've used a pen that much since I was in elementary school. But the mages and the teaching staff are all ancient, and they think that huge books are the way to go. Just book after book of handwritten knowledge.
Karl laughed. The majority of electronic devices had only come about in the last 20 or 30 years, so anyone who was over 60 tended to favor pen and paper, and some of the mages from the old tradition before the divine injection were hundreds of years old. They were not going to change their ways anytime soon, even if printing pages made for much more legible tomes and diagrams that everyone could clearly read. Dana led them to a small gazebo tucked into an alcove in the hedge maze, and when they sat down, the enchanted bushes grew around the small building, blocking them from passing students and giving them privacy to study. This is wonderful, and it smells so good. Karl sighed, thinking of both the coal dust at home and the filth of the swamp.
Yeah, lilacs are my favorite to begin with, so it's difficult to beat this place.
Dana agreed with a smile as she set out her textbooks across from him. Karl set out his current study guide on common monsters around the academy. This was the book that all the student groups who got to go out on expeditions were required to memorize, and Sergeant Rita had demanded that Karl learn it as well, even though she had no intention of letting him leave the academy grounds so soon. What she wanted him to learn was all the abilities of the monsters so that he could formulate a plan for his own growth. Once he had that, Karl assumed she would make good on her promise to find him another monster cub to try to add to his collection, one that's more durable than Hawk.
Hey, amazing viewers, it's Karl here. Thanks for sticking with us. By the time of the release of this video, only 13% of our viewers have joined the party by subscribing, and 87% of you might miss out on our next mind-blowing video. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and join the exclusive club.